How many devices connected right now? Just one now. Okay. Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Hey, Chisom. Good evening. How are you doing? How are you? How is the family? Are you at work? I thought as much. Work. I can imagine. I'm still having my struggle with connecting the same time with Facebook. So that's why I was off for a few minutes ago trying to reset it again. Thank you for joining me, though I can't participate as usual. I know once you tell me your work, if someone says their work, I know they might be able to chat or just be listening. So I understand. Okay. How is the family and the little one? I saw I think she attended the party and she was shy taking the picture. She's pretty. So good evening everyone. Whenever you're watching this stream, the live stream, and wherever you're watching from, whatever the time, good evening, good afternoon. If it's morning at your end, it might be with some people. I want to see if I can share the screen, the YouTube screen here. So yeah, me. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to. Um, okay, please remember to thumbs up for me. Thank you. I might have to do all my ranting myself and leave it at that. So I saw this on obviously on Instagram. I the other day when I was talking about people that um relocate from my country, Nigeria. Nezeville actually relocated, so I did a video about that, and I mentioned Benjamin because I've watched a couple of his would I say broadcast or where he was talking about how he left a bit of a struggle. So I thought is something that we should talk about. I think people just maybe some people expect too much, maybe based on the lifestyle they see on social media or who they think the ability they think they have or they know they have. They will think they will start exactly from the same pace. Most especially, would I say mostly not everyone will start from the same page they are from the other country. Some will have to move back, set themselves or agree to be able to take some step backward. Backward will sound somehow. Just take some step back, and it's like one starting all over again. But starting all over again, it's not like you start going to school from the beginning. Some people go to school, but it's not like they're starting from um the very first stage. They might just want to do a degree or something just to get themselves a good paying job and carry on, and something that will be able to sustain their family. Let me see here on Facebook if I will be able to share a screen. Okay. So if let me see if I'm able to share screen. If I'm able to, it will help me. There's a place where I saw share screen on the other side. That might help wherever I want to put on there. While I'm doing that, I will just continue to talk. So, people have a lot of expectation. Some is based on what they were told, what they see on social media. Social media has actually really gone, would I say, awire. A lot of people are just creating even what is not real. They're just trying to paint everything good there. Please don't get me wrong. I am not saying abroad is not good or is bad. It is your starting point, the starting point for every individual. My own starting point might be different from your own starting point. Some people are able to meet with they are lucky enough to meet with maybe friends and family who is going to help them. They don't even give them, they don't have they don't have to struggle a lot when they get into the country, wherever country they go to. They find everything easy. Even they under few weeks or days, they found job, everything is going on well. So what do you expect those people to also talk to when they are talking to people back home? They will say, "Oh, it's quite okay here. It didn't even take me long before I started working. I met all my family and friends, they were there for me, and so on and so forth." Okay. And we see B, we decide to give that a try. Few friends and family that they know should be able to help them. They are not really forthcoming in helping them. And to be sincere, we've got people who would like you to start the same way they started. What I mean is, some people got here 10, 20 years, 30 years ago. If you that got here last year or this year, you're asking them about certain things, they might not want to give you a clue because they want you to experience what they experience. Is that actually good? Sometimes I see some people, you will see when you're asking them some questions, or when people are asking them or trying to get help, seek for assistance, the way they are going to answer you, like, "Oh, see, when I got here, it was like this. So even your own time is good. So you don't have a problem. This one that you're going through is okay. Just don't worry. You will get over it." We know. I could say it was like when we got here, things weren't the same way. Things have changed. They now allow people to just come in as a student, and they have so thing. Yeah, things have changed, but that doesn't mean that they have to start everything the same way I started. So it doesn't mean that they have to start things the same way I started. They don't have to experience the same pains or struggles. So some people want them to face the same struggle. They don't care. Just face the same thing. They believe if they face the same struggle, the same pains, they will not be able to brag to their fellow friends and family back home. Or so the people back home don't think they are lying. And I also know some people back home will say, is it not that your mate or so person that left just few months ago, few years ago, they are doing well? No, no, not considering the fact that how the starting point for everyone is different. I'm not getting this sharing thing, and I got a few previously. I don't know. Not realizing that or considering that some people get this they are lucky with they could get good job, they have people to support them, people who will not even want them to struggle at all, they don't mind. But some have that mindset that if you just get it quickly, or you find it easy, you will not respect me that you met here. So that takes me to the story of Benjamin Joseph. And he did narrated or he spoke about a little bit of his struggle. I saw that on, I think, Insta blog. I would like to share it though. I will share it, but I will share it on. I'll just read it out. So sharing the screen here is a bit. One day I will get this Facebook thing. God knows I'm gonna get it one day. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Um 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 um. um. Add color. No, add tools. What tools do I want to add? No, I'm not adding tools. Inside setting. One day I'll become a guru too with this all this connection. But I think when one actually make a payment on live StreamYard, maybe it will be a bit easier to connect easily, because else you see this suffering and smiling thing, the basic pack. I'm appreciative to the basic pack, because me, I cannot create one. So I'm happy with what they've I'm happy with it. I would love more. So not to make it look as if one is not even happy with the basic one. I can create one, and I know they are doing a great job. So kudos to StreamYard. I would love that I'm able to, connect to the Facebook at the same time, and also screen share if I would love to. So right now it's giving me different buzzwords. Start screen share is not, yeah, it's not on here. I don't know why. Cross post. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Paid writing service, entertainment, social, like you can call me. I've seen this once. Okay, so I'm still struggling with the um I wish I could. So he said maybe I can just let me go to Instagram and see if I can just put that on. I've got so many things open here. I was watching just some program which I haven't finished watching. And that one is up. Such song to the device, translate to English, we look back. Okay, since it's not coming back. Okay, it's back to this full screen. Um, the screen share, I cannot see it. Preview link. I don't know preview link. Allowed game edit. You know what? Let me go to Instagram so I can share the screen from here. Instagram. I thought I signed on to my Instagram here. Okay, so it's the blog. Got up my um oh gosh. Mm. Okay, so I'm gonna share the screen now. Um, I should keep rocking. I keep struggling. Thank you. Screen share. And which screen share do I want to share? Yeah. Where is the put to self? Go to posts. Okay. Oh, is this not comments? Mr. Blood, do I need to follow you before I am able to get there? Oh God. I wanted to share what he said exactly, but I might need to read that out because these are comments. Share to the link, then about the account cancel. No. As you can see, he said how I resorted to driving cab just to pay bills in the US. And he said, of course, it's not as if he didn't make a plan. He did. I think they said there's a gig or something that he would need to he would do. So he pack up and he know he's not gonna come back. And he actually went with I think $1,500. He said when he got to the place and maybe 2 days later they told him the people cancel, they pull out from the deal. That was how he got stuck. And they said, oh, he was going to pay for where they rented for him, or maybe it's the hotel, and they mentioned how much it was going to cost. He said he sold his car before leaving home as in leaving Nigeria, and also that he gave out some few of his things, maybe like 80% of his things. It could be his clothes and few other things because he know he's just gonna start a new life, but he never knew that the where he thought he was going to start from is not where he's going to start from. That God still wants him to kind of reverse back a little. There's something God wants him to see and start from, learn from before he will achieve many more. Maybe that will help him to appreciate whatever he has achieved right now. So, when I bring some people's posts, it's not because we want to shame them. I is someone I like, and actually a good singer as well. I think he's into gospel once in a while. So it takes that boldness for someone to decide that what, I'm just going to tell my story out there. In as much as he knows that he's a well-known person from Nigeria, so he thought he was going to get into Hollywood, and you can imagine the imagination in his head, or that person, where you think you're going to start from. You can start giving yourself 6 months, a year, that, oh, I'll start meeting people. And if if you're the type that you're the type that mingle easily. Some people find it hard to mingle. Like for me, it takes me time. I tend to study, and it seems as if I'm really struggling. It helps me to gain balance. So if people want to take a quick decision, they might not want to kind of pick me or some, but I will find a way to see where I can find my strength, where I need to be careful, and my mind will be telling me if it's something I can do, if I will need to start making a plan B or praying for plan B, because this place, I don't think you're going to stay long there. So, there's those struggles and thoughts, and you have those your instincts telling you, no, this is not the right place. No, I think you will need to be more patient if you want to can continue here. There's a lot of this one. So for him, he said he had gig. I wish I could see that because I would like to read it out. I can read it out from my phone, but I don't know how I can get it connected on to get to the story itself. Let me see. This one is another. How come I am seeing this person's one, and I don't know if anyone knows Bookie Wright. She also left. She relocated. Stephanie Okereke. Is it Stephanie Okereke? She too left. Many of them. And everyone has their struggles, how they started, how lucky they were. Some were lucky, he actually made the interview with this guy called Teju Babyface. You know what? I'll just go to my. Maybe I'll read the comment later, but for now, since it's not really working, so I'll just put what I have in here on present. I don't have a video. I have pictures. I'm already feeling. Who cannot hear anything?
About this.
You?
Yeah.
If you can't hear anything, you can turn it off. You don't have to. If you're going, you need to turn it off. Or you mute it. Turn the game off. Have you turned the game off?
Yeah. Oh, turn the game
off. I think media slots. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Add media slots. Move layers. Today is testing time plus stream. Oh God, oh, it takes patience to be with we the newcomers. Let's set this. Come here. Maybe I have to just make it a video. I think that you should have So as you can see here, where he was saying, unfortunately, people on Facebook, you will not be able to see anything. I don't know how to share it yet, so one day I will get there. But on Taju Babyface Instagram, he was talking about how he got to the country, what he was expecting, how everything changed, and he had to now start. It start to. I think he started to get into cab um business, so he could pay bills. Else, he won't be able to pay bills. You can see here it says when we see the beautiful end result, we usually have no idea the long arduous road that people navigate to get to their dreams. Brilliant and extremely gifted actor. I think that's Babyface saying that he shared his thoughts on immigration journey to the United States and so much more. Okay, this one he was saying dropping tomorrow. He did drop it. Unfortunately, I can't see the distance, but I can actually read that out on my phone. So
Hazel. It's not funny. Hazel. It's not true. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good.
Stop. Okay, let me go to Linda EKG. Did I say it on Linda EKG? Sure. I read that this thing a bit long, and I thought, okay, I will just share it instead of just saying it properly. But yeah, anyway, since today wants to be somehow, let me just use my mouth to just talk about it. If I can't see it to read, I might just get distracted while I'm searching for it. So he said he had to go into car business. Of course, we know starting from the beginning isn't easy. Someone that was wearing suits or, having so many job offer in Nigeria and what you plan to want to go for. Can you turn it off, please? And you can go upstairs now. Thank you. So he needs to actually um so the kind of job that he does, what he was planning to do didn't work. It's not like he was disappointed in a way, and in a very short time. I think it's just 2 or 3 days. Your mouth is there. Um, I don't understand what you mean. I don't understand what you mean really. So, like I was saying, so he was disappointed. He quickly had to, thinking of Plan B, how he's going to pay his bills. And you know that thing, you don't want to go back home. You don't want to go back home to, where did he say stop sharing it? Am I still sharing it? Okay, yeah. Excuse me. You don't want to go back home. Mostly people that you've actually gifted some things. You want to come back home and start saying, can I have my shoes? Can I have my clothes back? Can I have my whatever thing I've given you? And you know what? Even when people could tell, for you to have returned home that early, something has happened. They will keep asking questions. Sometimes people are funny. You've seen people, someone that left in the when I say they feel they're going to stay long, and you suddenly they're back. Everyone wants to bombard them with questions. You should be able to tell. Give them time. And if they see you around them that you're showing concern, they will tell you, well, that what I'm expecting wasn't what I meant. But you know what? I need to quickly make a move and come back home and start things. But you might even be thinking of where he left. People that are gonna mock him, people that are not going to help him, and he has I think he has a family before he left Nigeria. So there's a lot to put into consideration. But you know what? He did not say, oh, me that I am this person before, me that I am big before, I cannot do. He decided to go into any, he had to dirty his hand. About how would they say it? Some people will go into cleaning, washing plates, doing all this manual job because they have bills to pay. But when you now see someone that you actually can help when you're back home, and they see, they'll be feeling like, oh, so you've descended so low to come and be doing that kind of a job abroad. There's time for everything. It might look somehow today, but in the next future, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, and all that, they will not be where they started from. They would have actually gained more knowledge, and they will be able to also help others. They will be able to advise others that don't make this kind of mistake that I made. It's now left to those people to listen or not. You say, yeah, I mean, since you couldn't get to what you were looking for, just tell us the gist, Abio. Okay. So I like the fact that he was able to tell his story. Some people won't be able to. They might just say, oh, it wasn't easy when I got into the country. I was disappointed. I had to start from the scratch. But he did narrated it for people. It's also to encourage people, also to know that, you know what, your current journey, yeah, to the present place you are in, people don't know how you got in there. You might have a palace in your, you might have dreamt of a palace that when you get to the UK, this is what you want to do in so month. But the system of that country did not allow your plans to work the way you plan it. People will say that is why you're actually meant to pray. You can pray, and what if it did not work? Some people pray, but with their prayer, God wants you to take a certain step. God wants you to take a certain path to get to a destination, but you just want a straight path. You keep praying and keep praying and keep praying. And in the process, a lot of people they get fed up. They get fed up of life because they are not ready to go the other way. They are not ready to go through some spiral way. They just want it straight. They want it straight, maybe based on who they are, where they come from, the people that knows them, people that are looking up to them. Some people, it's just because of what the society are going to say. They are only chasing their career based on societal pressure. So they want to satisfy the society, to see them as a big person, me, this big person. They don't want to let people see them that, oh, I've come to a place of struggle here and I'll still get there. It's actually good when you struggle when I mean struggle to get something, you don't just get that thing on the platter of gold. You actually work to get that thing. It makes you to appreciate it. It also gives you a story to tell. Um, please let me know if you just joined. Please drop an emoji or drop a message. What do you want?
Even on me, I want base.
Your sister is really gonna deal with you today. God help me. Okay, so sorry about that. Attention seeker, thank you. Thank you. And his sister is here. He will definitely have something to just say, or sometimes he'll be asking me, are you on live stream? You oh God. Yeah, so like I said, some people wouldn't want people to know how they struggle to get things. It's because of the shame, it's because of the society, what people are going to say. Some is just because of the lifestyle they were living back home. They're so would I say they have pride. So they don't want people to know that they actually start from maybe the lowest, or people that they are much better than is now their boss another country. If our current president Tinubu comes to the UK, he's not going to be living the same lifestyle he's living in Nigeria. It's another country. If he goes to come to UK or go to US, Canada, and all that, he is not going to get the same attention he is getting right now. No one is going to be putting up the car and lining up cars and the sirens and making all those noises. It's not going to happen. So people would know, so they have to kind of live according to would I say according to their status in that country, and they'll start building themselves up. So building yourself up in a new country, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. When we first got here, some of them looked as if, oh, it's a shameful thing. When people hear you just came and they know what you were doing before and where you're starting from, they kind of, the way they'll be looking at you or making things, you even want to hide away from them when you see them coming or when they are coming towards you, because they're going to start asking questions. Most of our people, when they come to ask questions, it's not as if they want to help you, they want to flaunt. They want to flaunt themselves that they've been here for years, and this, they are not helping. Even if they are saying it, but they are helping you is a different thing. They are not coming to help you. So obviously, when you see them next time, you want to try and hide away from them. Some is because of this kind of people that they feel they have arrived. And also, when they too now arrive later, they will do the same thing to the new set of people that just come in. But with Benjamin, he said he did the taxi driver. I don't know how long he did that, but he said he had to pay his bill. That maybe at the end of the month, his bill was meant to be $1,500. And yes, he obviously will have to do some serious work before they'll start putting his pictures on social media. He wouldn't want that for himself. And I'm sure during those times, there are lots of regrets. He said he thought of should he go back home, and he prayed. And he said he heard from the Lord, and where God said maybe he has to, this is where he wants him to start from and all that. That was where what actually got me. I just don't know why I didn't get that. Let me go to Punch. Punch might have it. That God actually spoke to him, and boom, I like the fact that I listened, you know, and he keep pushing, and today he's able to tell a story. In the first few weeks or month that he got into the country, he won't be able to tell a story. Even if they ask him story, he will just like, oh, he won't be able to tell a concrete story. He's still struggling. He's still trying to find his food. Is this place okay? Is this place not okay? But right now that he has settled a bit, he can tell the story. He can look back and say, "Thank you, Lord," and also appreciate his struggle. He would have made mistake. He also, in the process of trying to, find his food, to find a place to call home, he would. He would have made one or two mistakes. There's no how. But you know what? From those mistakes, he learned lessons, and he built on how to better himself. People make it look as if suffering, if you suffer or you struggle to get something, as if it's a curse, or you're you're not being seen by God. People, the way people get their things, the way would that say it's their destiny, or how people get things are different. Not everyone are born with a silver spoon. Some always struggle before they will get their things, and they appreciate it so dearly. You will see some parents, they will say, oh, they don't want to let their children, they don't want to give things to their children on a platter of gold. They want their children to work for that thing. So they want those children to be able to appreciate how they get things. They don't just want them to just fall back on their wealth or their money. They want children to struggle for a few things. Some parents at a certain age, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever, they will start telling children, if you wash plates, you will get 20p. I did it for my girls at a certain stage then. When I think, I don't know, maybe it was age 5 or 6 or upward then. When they wash their plates, I'm going to give them, I will tell them they will get 20p. So they were also looking forward to, getting some coins. Like if you do so chores for a week, you get £1. So they know how much they're going to get at the end of the week or at the end of the month. Then it got to a stage they start having, those things saved, piggy bank, and they can drop their money in there. They know at the end of the month, at the end of towards the end of the year, they will open it and get their money out. They will be able to say, oh, they want to buy so thing. Then we can add a little to it. I think then they were also targeting this. Is it DS? Yeah, DS was coming out as well. We are not that. There's a lot that in the process of trying to teach them how to work for money. It's not like we cannot give them £1 to just for them to just buy something, but we're teaching them to know how to work for the money, and they know they can't just spend money anyhow as well. So some parents do that. They do that to let the children know how they struggle for money, that they can't, you don't just think you can just get anything just like that. Remove so low. Just anything just like that. You need to work for it, and it will help them to appreciate having those things once it's being worked for. Else, they might not appreciate it. Some children do know, even if you don't, if even if you don't give them chores to do and you start paying them with it, they do know, by being the way their parents talk to them, they see things, they see people working for their parents, the domestic staff that they have and all that, and they have pity. Some of them will ask them questions, get to know their family. Some of them will, like, they will feel for them, and they feel they will even be giving them things whenever they have chance to. Why some rich people children, they don't care, they just feel like, oh, you're just unfortunate to be not to be rich, and since you're working for them, so work for the money. Yeah, some are like that. So I would love to read some comments before I move to suffering. I've actually kind of touched on the second topic though, based on Benjamin's thing. That's why I actually joined both of them together. Let me go to Punch. This is Pulse. I think I saw it on Punch. Is it Punch or Pulse again? Well, I'm just gonna read a little few comments. Is Someone said journey to a palace of purpose and greatness is never easy. Well done for staking it out. Abroad no be child's play. Of course it's not. The part of relocating people hardly talks about. Uber driver earns good money in America though. Yeah, I've heard about that, but what about their starting time? What about how they started? Because another thing is, did they know everywhere? over there for them. They're gonna struggle a little bit before they start finding their food. People do say I've heard it that so I've heard someone who said she was doing Uber driver for I don't know how long, and that's how she is the money that she used in building for our parents in Nigeria. Yeah, some are earning well, but do we know the area this person is, the car, the condition they will be giving him? I don't know how this how it works, but it might work for some people speedily, and he might actually struggle. But the fact that I actually consider doing that is something. He's not saying, oh, it has to be a white collar job. I can't do any other job. Or it has to be Hollywood. I want to meet with the Hollywood people because I'm actually an Hollywood guy. I'm into what's it called? He's an actor, so therefore he has to be that. No, he put that down. People, I'm sure some people would have actually recognized him. Maybe one or two or three people would have like, they seems to know the face. And you can imagine when he first starts, he might not even look after himself after a few weeks because he's busy trying to chase the money. He's busy. The time he will have to rest, he's already thinking of going for another set of job, or maybe those people who need him to drop them at their own destination. He's thinking of the money, how he's going to pay the bills, people that are looking up to him, maybe what he has promised. What about his family, his children? There's a lot that will be going on in his head. I don't know about his partner. Maybe she's able to support. Maybe she was back home, or he's already there. We don't know, but at least he gave that a try, and you know what? He is able to tell the story today. That's the main point. He's able to tell the story today. So never give up. Never give up. You might struggle. I struggled. I'm still struggling self. Yes, I am still struggling self, because how I plan it, or how I thought it was going to be, wasn't how I met it. Some people came, they met us, and they are doing much, much better than me. Life goes on, and I still thank God. I appreciate God. I appreciate the children as well. I didn't come to the country with children. Look at me. I didn't come to the country this way, but I'm not like the same person anymore. Certain things have changed about me. Is it my look and every other thing? So I'm grateful to God. While he was telling the stories, also showing appreciation to God, and also encourage people out there. So when you look at all this as well, it's also to encourage some people that, don't take abroad as maybe the way some people will paint it so rosy. You could be lucky that everything just works. You might be lucky you find your friends, families, and all that. They rally around to help you. You get a job. You're not struggling with to pay bills. Everything, it was just going on fast, 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 fast. Some even get here, they get a white collar job quick, quick. Everything is going on well. Why some? You see, their shit that they brought. They don't even know where they kept it anymore. They go into t-shirts and just wearing jackets, because life happens. How they plan it wasn't how they met it or how they started. They didn't plan to want to start from maybe zone level 2, but they thought they would start from level 8, level 9. But you see, life moved them back to go back to level 1, level 2. And you know what? Before you can finish level 2 to get to the next level, sweat. This person said the only dignified one form dignified one form of labor for living over the other. Why is it a shock reaction when one says he did or does Uber? Is Uber a dirty job? Let's quit the attitude of belittling others and let people provide for their family with joy, not hoping his fellow Nigerians, insult his or her source of bread. Yeah. You can imagine his fellow colleague when they finally hear that, oh, this is what he does in that country, they'll be thinking, so why did he leave this job to go and be doing that job? There's a process and there's money there. Once it starts getting settled, he will make money, he will make good money. But at the initial stage, he's going to struggle. It might be when he was struggling at the initial stage that some people will see him, they will do picture, pew, 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 and they would start sending the story back home. Ah, I saw so person, I saw so person. No one wants their story to be told in a sad or sour way. May our story not be told by another person in a sad way too. In Jesus' name. Amen. This person said, you see the part where Teddy shouted, what my Benjamin said he was doing Uber and Lyft in the reason many people are not doing many jobs to survive. The judgment's right there, and also the what will people say. Yeah, the thought of what will people say keeps some people away from wanting to do those things. They feel, oh, it's too belittling. No, you will put food on the table, you have a family. If I tell you this, what my husband did, because he wanted to also feed his family, he has children, he has a family to look after. So they will put their jobs aside, their career aside, pending that time that they will get that thing. They will start doing anything that comes in, any those mini job. They are not stealing. Work, do the work, they get paid, they pay their bills. That's it. If you start looking like oh, what my fellow colleague will say, my mate from school, if they see me, you will not. Your family will be suffering. They'll be hungry. That's the part of relocation that people don't stay out. They don't say out loud. It's not easy, but when you gradually settle in, you won't regret it. Yes. Someone said everyone's profession is respected abroad. Nothing is inferiority complex. A photographer or say a plumber can date and marry a doctor or business owner. Never view it from the Nigerian dimensions. No one cares much about your job but your person. He sort of writes. I don't agree with everything it says, because here we still see some people that will say they look at what you do or who you are before they can say they want to know maybe they can go ahead or not. Bills are not smiling at people right now. So yeah. Um Now the next one is, why are suffering and struggling being a competition? I saw that on Kiki's page. Kiki, I can't remember her surname. Can you leave the door, please? Thank you. Go and do it in your room, please. Thank you. Hey, this thing is low. My thing has started though, so I have to find myself. Oh, shit. So she was saying that some people will say, if you hear someone that says, oh, maybe there was an issue with taxis, bus drivers or whatever, and a lot of people had to walk. They'll walk miles, or how many bus stops to their destinations, and you hear someone else that will say, come on, your own is even small. I did 10 miles. The other person will say, oh, I walk from Lagos to Ikeja. The other one will say, I walk from Ikeja to Korodu. That goes on and on. But my own point here with this is that, does it actually shows why is it that some people now start taking it as a competition? You know, let's say, for example, now we're talking about, I was talking about Benjamin that relocated and was narrating a little bit of the struggles and how he had to, lower down to be able to provide for his family, to pay his bills. Now, he has said his own. You can imagine in the next a day or two, or in the comment section, because the comment from each page were quite long. There's a comment, I think one of the comment I saw was about 2,000. If you read that, you see someone that will say, oh, he actually even did taxi driver. That one is even good. Me, I went to go and wash plates. Of course, some people are saying it to also give life experience. Some are just saying it to back up. Why some will say to make it look as if it's a shade, to shade that it now becomes a competition, like my own is better than yours. Your story is not selling enough. I've got a better stories. Why is it that suffering and struggling, people are now taking it as competition? You will see some people that will just go on social media of recent, like now, people take their phone, they I don't know, maybe I should call it misuse of phone. They will just take their phone and the moment they put on the camera or whatever, or they just go live and just start ranting. They can see someone and just start ranting about that person in a negative way. Then the other person will come in and just want to beat that person to it. And yeah, and it continues. Why is it that people are taking this, suffering, and it's becoming something like a competition? You must show that you really suffered a lot. That one want to show that, oh, my own suffer pass your own self. This is the same suffering that I was talking, that some people would have obviously try to hide because of the who they are, where they come from, the societal pressure, or maybe they are trying to impress. Some people, they don't have the pressure. They are the one who put the pressure on themselves because they are the proud type. So they just can't imagine seeing themselves in such position. So they don't feel it, they don't find it comfortable. So you imagine when they believe that, oh, maybe it's only the poor people that can also struggle. So why is it that people take suffering? They take suffering as right now. Some people take it as suffering, struggling. It becomes a competition. If you say, "Oh, I took it took me so months to achieve so thing," the next person is coming to let you know that you don't have a story. I've got a better story. Everyone has a story. When I was talking about Benjamin, I did say, okay, when we also got in, we also find it very we struggle as well. Mine is not to shade his own down, like, oh, your own is not good enough, or is not, your own is better. Mine was mine has a better he has a better, would I say, is catchy enough for people to listen to and sympathize with my own story than his own. No. But some have turned it to, oh, my own is better. They want to catch audience. Lots of them use it to want to catch audience, cloud chasing, as people will say. That's what most people use their social media for right now. If you can record the story of a lady, I can't remember her name. She decided to put the ring light on and pick her phone, and she started calling out Eniola Badmos. Unfortunately, she picked the wrong person. Maybe people have been doing it to Eniola in the past and she just overlooking, but this one got her and she went for that lady. The lady was begging that, oh, she wanted to get abuse pay, so she wanted followers, that by the time she gets also amount of followers, she will be able to get abuse paid, house rent that is about to expire. She needed to do was to defame someone, and boom, someone that has a name. Him, him also, if you can recall, Davido's couple of weeks ago, American lady, US lady came out and said, "Oh, blah blah blah" with Davido. The next thing, someone else from another country did say the same thing. Then you know what? Nigeria doesn't carry last. They must belong. Then another lady came out. I think maybe her name is Chisom or whatever, and she was also telling story about Davido, and people then decide to go for her. I think she got to work the next day. They dismissed her. Everything was, she just lost a lot, and she had to come out to say she's sorry. It was because of me too, they must see me, my own cloud chasing. As I be, I get story pass you. My own story will sell. My own, don't they won't buy your own anymore. They will buy more of my own story. That's how people go. Because I see it as, let's say, okay, that country, our country back home, Nigeria, there is no much of a law that they will would I say be afraid of. I can't just pick up my phone and start calling a celebrity name and start putting it on social media. I know they're going to come for me. The police will, before how many this people are coming to come and they will come and arrest me. They will take me in for questioning. And you need to have proof of what you're talking about. They don't care. They feel, oh, it's just, they don't have time. They won't come for you. You don't know. The generation we're in, people are, a lot of people will come for you. They will come for you and they will start asking you to give up, to give them the proof. Even if you have some proof, they might tell you it's not strong enough. That have you even have conversation with this person before you start to come online to drag them? So, you know, why are people taking this? People are now having a different mentality, like, suffering has now become a competition. Even you see it on people that are doing skis as well. Yeah. And I'm glad that some people that are doing skid right now, they are being taken in, arrested for wrongful way of trying to catch people's attention. Some would decide to use an underage, and Nigeria are actually trying to pick up on that so that people don't just go into just do any ski. I will watch some that they will see maybe or an old woman or people that are seated somewhere, they will just go and prank them wrongly. And some will have this panic attack, the way some will actually even run. So you can imagine they're not thinking of those person of whoever they want to prank. They don't know what is wrong with them. Some it could actually send them to where they did not plan to, because of the way um they receive that news, or the shock, the pranking. So it becomes everyone just want to do prank. They will do it wrongly. They will do it even to old people on the road, in the front of their house. Someone was eating, maybe there's no light. I watched a woman was eating, very old woman, in front of their house, and those like a balcony, and she was about to put the first food in. Then this guy came to prank the woman, and the way the woman jumped, her food was just on the floor. She hit her head. Everything was just, and he was not saying sorry, it's plan. So do you expect that just such woman to start blessing the guy just because the guy say, "Oh, I'm sorry, mama, it's a prank"? No, and you don't know how she suffered to get the money to actually cook that food. Some don't reason well. So to me, I feel even those people with pranking, they need to go to school. They need to maybe create what would I say, a lecture place where they will lecture them the kind of prank you could do, and you need to assess people's mental state or their environment to see if they can receive that very well. Some might not be able to. You just prank people anyhow. Somebody is on the phone. You don't know. Maybe there's a car coming. The way they're going to jump into or anywhere. You don't know what your action is going to cause. And most of them, they go for people who are also struggling, people who are suffering, just to show reaction. So, but you know what? Suffering shouldn't be a competition. No, no. We should actually also would I say, respect the way or the journey people has gone through, to achieve wherever they are. And coming to conclusion, journey to the journey to your current palace. When I say current palace, is where you are at the moment. You might have other places you still want to be, other things you still want to achieve, but where you are right now, the journey to it, how you got there, how things were, how things were, how you struggle, where you failed, you picked up again, and you got to where you are, we appreciate that. Appreciate that as well. And we still know, or you still know yourself, that you still have places that you still want to be, you want to get to, you want to achieve. That's the future. And there's the journey. You're still on the journey. But where you are right now, appreciate it. If you look at other people's where they are, it might not want you to kind of praise God. I've forgotten that I'm on Facebook. Let me check. Okay. You might not want to appreciate where you are, that you know, it's been a struggle, though you have some people that they've got actually gone far. And if these are the people that even when they see you, they'll be expecting that you should have gone further than where you are. Yeah, it happens. Life happens. Life happens to people. People plan it different way. It happens different way. It's not everyone that you find in a different level where you thought they would be, that are lazy. Everyone is not lazy. Oh. Some people are really working hard. Fortune just haven't smiled on them. Yes. Some are still, they are working so hard so that fortune could smile on them. But for now, it's not. Welcome, Esther family. Thank you. How are you and the family? Thank you. So, like I was saying, fortune haven't smiled on them. So they are still struggling. They haven't given up. In all, appreciate where you are. That where you are is still you see your palace as at the moment. Tomorrow, your story can change. The story can change. You will be in a new palace. You can also use your previous palace to tell a story, to encourage someone. You would use it to tell a story that without that palace, your previous palace, you wouldn't have gotten to your present palace. I used to say that some people, they will always step on toes before they can move up. They will step on you. If they don't step on you, they can't climb up. So it's how you make yourself available for them to use you as the stool. But their aim is to make you their stool so that they can get to the next level. And some don't appreciate that stool that they use to get to the next level. They just push it away. So appreciate even that your present state, the present level you're in is your palace for now. Appreciate it. So you can also get more. It will help you that even it will also help that when you get to the new palace, things are getting better. You will look back and also know that God has done this for you. It's only God that can do it. It's not only by your mind. People struggle. So suffering shouldn't be a competition, struggling shouldn't be a competition. People find themselves in such position unknowingly or unplanned, but they have to figure things out. They can't unlife themselves. They will keep struggling, they will keep going, they will keep doing it. And you know what? God will have a mercy on them. God will smile on them, and boom, and they will make it. When they make it, that's when friends, people want to show that they are their friends. They know them, they know their story. We went to the same school, we live in the same environment, we live in the same compound, the same blah blah blah. Story will come. There's a song where I come from, they will say the rich only know the poor on or the world only know the rich better. They want to be the friend for, they want to be your friend for being the fact that you're wealthy. So if you're not wealthy, they don't like to even know you. They will pretend as if you're not existing. But the more you have fortune smile on you, of course, they will they will remind you of where you guys went to school together, how you guys been to so place together, how you met at the same supermarket, how you did this one, how you bought uniform. They will remind you of that. Aside that, they don't. May fortune smile on us in Jesus' mighty name. And I pray that, you know what, our struggle will not go in vain. Even concerning our children as well, we will not struggle in vain in Jesus' mighty name. It shall be well with us. All those people who have relocated, maybe they are finding it hard to, stand on their foot very well. I pray that very soon you'll have a better story, a sweeter story to tell. Do not despise the position you're in right now. You might not really like it, but pray that God will help you so that you can use that position to also tell a story, a good story, a sweeter story. That's it for me, guys, about this Benjamin. I wish I was able to share the story, but I'm not able to. But whenever I see it, I'll just put it on I'll do a short maybe clip on it and drop it in. Appreciate your struggle, where you start from. Maybe if you're actually relocating, you know that you're not going to actually, you might not start from the same level you thought you will. Things can change. Life happens to people. Yeah. People disappoint. Some people will tell you, come, I will get room. We have rooms here. Things are, don't worry, there's food there. Come on now. You're a family. Yes. Don't let me go there. Under 4 weeks, they will start showing them color. They will start changing face. They might even go out before you know it, they will come back and meet their bags in the front of the house. They will say, oh, you're not paying bills. These are the people that say, come. And you know what? I don't want to even go into that today, because if you're living with someone, you should start considering paying bills, especially when you're working or you have a discussion with them. But if you're not doing anything, you're eating, you're just living life normally, you will get to a state that they will change face for you. They might even tell you they want to move home. They will find a way of why some will sit you down and tell you, you know what, we've accommodated you enough. So you need to start paying bills, or you need to start doing social things. So the expectation you have, maybe the way they were hyping, excuse me, the way they were hyping you before you came down. Oh, they will say, Lele, meaning the house is yours now. Come on. You would know that the house is not, you know that the house is not yours, that you have limited space. That's abroad for you. Anyway, it is well. Appreciate where you are right now. It might be your palace at the moment, your house is your mansion for now. Tomorrow things can change and you can have a better and bigger mansion. My mansion is different from your own mansion. So it doesn't have to be, when they hear mansion, very exorbitant things. No, it is what is my sitting room is my mansion for now. If I have a better house, then it becomes another better mansion. So appreciate the journey and the struggle. It shall be well with us in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Thank you, ST family, for joining me. Thank you, Chisom, for joining me today. And people that are under the, would I say under my silent watcher, thank you. You're also helping me in a way. I know maybe Mawo, is it Mawo? Yeah, might be at work and will just put it on. I appreciate you as well. Thank you. God bless you. And that's it for me. I would have loved to read more comments about Benjamin, but I hope I have touched some point that will help some people out there. It doesn't even have to be abroad. I forgot to mention that some people are actually doing, they are caterers. They are doing well. Some are struggling as well back home. So wherever you are as at the moment, it's still appreciate it. Appreciate it, because you're looking for better tomorrow. Don't give up. Don't give up, please. Looking at other of your mates, when you see them, you don't want them to see you doing those. I can relate. I can imagine what it's like. But all for the best, and that the best will come in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Thank you, guys, and I will see you in my next video. I do appreciate you all. Let me see if that video I put on was here. I think it's this one. Thank you. Oh, this one is welcome. I want I always get this one wrong. the same thing, and I think it's the same. This one is this one nature. Okay, guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye. Thank you. People from Facebook, please thumbs up with video and support me. Thank you. Bye bye.